I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, hello, guys. I'm looking at the wrong profile on YouTube. There we go. A little late today. Those crypto's having a good day, though. And stock's starting up pretty good, up 0.18%. About 10 minutes to the open. Let's take a look at those pre-market movers. So Eli sent me a message about an Investors Business Daily article. All right, there it is. No, I had no problems going to sleep holding XRP. Actually got up a little bit early and I was watching a little bit of a little bit of the Stephen Colbert Report. That's not what it's called anymore, but that's what I still call it, the Colbert Report. Got a little bit too caught up in that. Let's see what this article is. I don't see anything too much in this list. NetEase, JD, Baidu. Promises to be a day of high volume action. Ah, that's interesting. NASDAQ doesn't seem apparently too high volume. ES so far. Holy, oh wow, I didn't notice that yesterday in the ES. A big breakup in the ES. That's pretty big. All good, Blah. I didn't think you were hating at all. I did not notice that about the S&P 500. So they're looking at NetEase, JD, Baidu. Nice breakout, my friend. That's, I mean, pretty much all that is. I was looking at the Nasdaq. I didn't even notice the S&P was, I mean, had a little base structure and then broke out of that. I've been too focused on the Nasdaq. You see, the Nasdaq looks a little bit different from the S&P, but it already had its breakout, and it was just pulling back and consolidating. So I didn't even notice the S&P. To be honest with you, I didn't have wasn't on my radar. There's a lot going on between stocks and crypto, and now making a couple trying to work on an old program that I kind of let fall by the wayside. So wasn't as in tune as I should be, I guess. MU, MZ, or MDT. Nike broke into new highs. I did see that, and McDonald's. Wasn't really watching any of those except for Nike. Nike has been on my watch list, and I did see that it moved up, but those others didn't look especially healthy. CPRT. Okay, Copart had a bad day, but moved up a little bit. China market surge on hint of trade war shift. China began with a pledge from Premier on Wednesday that the country would not devalue its yuan for trade war purposes. That's good. Country was set to reduce tariffs. I will say this about Trump. I'm not really a fan of the man, but this trade war could help the U.S., and he does have a lot of leverage. Shanghai Composite rung 2.5% higher. Okay, so let's look for. Yeah, they are two full-time jobs. Let's look for China ETFs. Here's the thing, if China's bottomed, it would be a great time to put some longer term ETF positions on. We've got the FXI. Good volumes down there. Look at the right side of that chart. Just at 40 bucks. Look at those big green volumes. 60 million shares traded. Yeah, I just went through it, Eli. It wasn't anything too crazy, but we are going through Chinese ETFs in case there's some good longer term buying opportunities in Chinese stocks. I think we're always getting a little pro in Leafs. So looking for some I'm looking for some leverage ETFs. That's what I'm looking for. Nothing yet. Although these just say the names. I don't know if China's equity ETFs. Okay. Screener? I got an ETF screener, huh? This is interesting. Popular themes. All right, before I do that, let's just go through the pre-market movers, see if there's anything crazy going on. Riot is up 10%, Eli. What do you think about that Riot trade, Eli? We talked about it yesterday, but I mean, I don't know. Is the market really looking like it may want to turn around? Wow, there's a day on AWSM. Yeah, I like it. Good business decision. Ooh, that's interesting. Very low float though. You just buy them like a gamble, yeah. I guess that's the case. So Riot is actually a play on. It's a Bitcoin company. They mine Bitcoins and some other stuff. Well, that's what I'm saying. Are we timing this crypto bull market? I mean, I'm looking at this thing. We got Ripple up another 30%. I mean, Ethereum doing okay, but Bitcoin's up almost 4% to 6,700. So I think I don't know if Riot's going to gap up. If you do a fib retracement, I think these things pulled back like 60% to the 61 level. So what would Bitcoin raise to here? It would get up to 6,800, 6,920 before it failed again. It's like, how many times is this thing going to bounce before it finally cracks? It hasn't cracked three. Really, it should have cracked here. It should have kept going lower here, to be on, in my opinion. But it's just continuing to bounce. I guess I'm just getting worn out a little bit. But, I don't know if there's much to be had in the volumes here. Going to the dailies. 8 hours left. And that's not even going to be a super breakout candle. So, like I said, maybe maybe we get to there. Maybe that's the level we get to in Bitcoin. I mean, we almost hit that 61 level. Came pretty close. If we're retracing and, further retracing. It's only going to do that so many times. And then let's say it does that again. Right? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. And 66, I mean, how many times is it gonna do that? It's got to break, man, or it's not gonna break. It's got to break, or it's not gonna break. One of the two. So, but yeah, I know, right? It's a bit of a gamble. I mean, a lot of a gamble. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, market just opened, so maybe I'll hold on a second. What do we got? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all, actually. Got the ES up a little bit. We got the NQ up a little bit. EDU, LAD, HUYA. Doing okay. I don't see IQ up here. Where's IQ? 0.73%. What are you doing over there? Oh. UVE broke out, guys. It broke out yesterday, and it broke out today, and volume's already really heavy. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So let me throw it right up on my watch list here. Oh, it's only up 4% now. I don't know. I think I might have to try to do it if it'll let me do it today, Eli. We'll have to see if it'll let me do it. Are we doing 2020 or 2021? I think we kind of have to do 2021, don't you? MJ's down 3%. Yeah, none of those MJ stocks are up here. They're not going to be up every single day. So I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see. So let's see what some of these MJ stocks are doing. Oh, there's IQ. Fun trying to chase these things around. It's like, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Crawling down 5%. TLRY, another gap down here. Looks like we're going to start that basing procedure. I don't know. Maybe FOMO'd into MJ position. But for 2 years, I think it's fine. If you're going to hold it that long. Tilroy. What are some other ones? CGC. Down 3%. I mean, this don't look bad. Let me blow through my positions here real quick. What are you doing, cores? Man, Fizz is just so small right here. Match gap down below the 10-day. Life's over. What is moving? They mentioned China stocks. You got VIPs up a little bit. You got HUYA, EDU. That's a Chinese education stock, if I remember correctly. LAD, Autohome. Come on, Autohome. You can do it. Maybe you can't do it. Okay, what the heck's going on with my chart loading? I, I don't know, my computer's messed up. I need to like buy 6 virus scanners or something. Man, look at how much this has come down since that IPO. That's why you never buy the IPO. Not if you're trying to swing trade it. Alright, there's LAD. GNC out of this pennant. It's looking really nice. Need to know more about what's going on there. MED, YY. Well, a lot of Chinese stocks. CMCM's a Chinese stock. Mylan Pharmaceuticals, not a Chinese stock. Massey. Looks like it's continuing to go. NetEase, Foot Locker, Chesapeake, EC. What are you doing? Okay, basing a little bit. Right down to 1.71%. So nothing crazy today. Nothing crazy today. Today is Friday, right? See, this damn computer is not responsive. Oh, does Postman take up that many, that much RAM? Even when my RAM's at nothing, this computer's slow. And this is not a slow computer. Yeah, I know it eats RAM, and I have lots of Chrome windows open. I'm sitting at 88% memory, so that's still within tolerable levels. Every day. Yeah, I rebooted it. I guess I didn't reboot it yesterday. I just closed Chrome. Sratro, what's up? No, I've got SSD. Elo. You can call him Elo. That's cool. What's up, Elo? Is that his rap name? Elo? What's up, Nick? Let's go back to that Chinese ETF search. Speaking of searches, I didn't have a whole lot of good luck yesterday, Eli, finding out chunking. I did get data to go to my server and hit my route, but nothing yet in terms of showing anything useful. See, showing ETF. See, I don't think this. I'm trying to look at this asset class. Equity. No. See, this ETF screener isn't going to work out very well, I have a feeling. Passive, leveraged, issuer, don't care. Structure, ETF. Don't care about expenses. Okay, let's do a general Google search. China 3 times ETF. Okay, China Bull Bear, yin and yang, there you go. Trying to do a more comprehensive search, but it's not working out so well. Okay, so we got yin. And look at these volumes all the way down here, guys. These are pretty good volumes in yin. Selling continued pretty heavily today for you. Oh, for you. You know what? I saw you mention that, Stratro. I apologize about yesterday. It just slipped my mind. What? You want to go and take a look at some of those? What do you got? There you go, XRP up 30%, y'all. I told everyone, move one, done. We got stocks at SE. Yeah, what's the index over there, Stratro? Yeah, like I said yesterday, I wish I would have moved some from my main account over to XRP. I mean, got in at like freaking 32. It's at almost 60 for crying out loud. Oh, isn't like Zany or something like that? Nifty. It's Nifty. Nifty Bees. Um, you sent a screenshot? Okay. Or I don't see it, Sratra. Oh, it's in stocks. Oh, there you go. Cool. Um, okay, so you got two here. You got one coming back to a prior high. Makes sense. And you got the 1 week. And if the 18 September futures. Yeah, see what some of the leaders are doing in there. I know you mentioned the leaders yesterday. You need to see if what have been the top one or two leading stocks going in there and how they're behaving in the different sectors. But it looks like, from what I can see in your chart, there's a pretty decent wick to the downside and good volume at that bottom, so that may be a potential bottom. So that's kind of all I'll say about that without a ton of information. Man, look at that Ripple, dude. And I don't know about Bitcoin. Little conflicted. If it pops, I got to eat crow with all the douchebags that don't understand what's going on. If it works. Man, XRP. Oh, one thing I should have done yesterday that I never did is I never moved the breakout point on the spreadsheet. I should have done that. I should have moved it up here. We broke out over here yesterday, but I should have moved it up here in case we broke out again. XLM up another 14%, doing pretty good. Look at this, man. Ripple's pulling up some. Man, if Ripple starts this run, that's crazy. I hope XRP $1,000. I got two of those bad boys, so then I'd have $2,000 from my 60-cent investment. All right, let's get back to some stock stuff. Although there's not much to talk about. Stock's just hanging around. Although I don't know why Riot's pulling in when Bitcoin's having a pretty decent day. I already did, Eli. I'm 20 seconds ahead of you. Always. Always 20 seconds ahead of you. Just buy everything. I already did. I already bought everything. I put it all into MJ, down 4%. What is going on with this? There we go. Let's go through let's do a scan real quick. Yeah, WHT, let's check it out. Yeah, I'm still in TQQQ. More importantly, my kids are still in TQQQ. No major reason to sell that. So it's doing okay. It's just not rocking. I will say one thing about WHD is it's holding above these this resistance area, right there. It's holding above that. There's all this price action below here. Basically this wick, right? It started poking above it. Now it's using it. So it started, was respecting it. It put in a second high here. You got to let that one go. Put in a high here. Started wicking above it, and now it's wicking to it on the downside. So hopefully in time it'll go, but if it breaks too far below that level, see, the other thing too is the volume isn't very expansive. There's no high volume to speak of yet. So, well, yeah, I get out of it over here. I haven't gotten back in it. Yeah, if you don't like it, you can just ditch it or reduce your position. But unless you see something better, I think that you're really interested in, maybe keep giving it a shot. It is a good play. The chart pattern is really good. It's just not moving. It's just not moving. So it could get there in time. One day, remember this day just kind of came out of nowhere. That big day. I wish it would have closed above that trend line right there at about the 37.75 level, but yeah, it's doing okay. It's just a little impatient, I think. I mean, I obviously was impatient. Of course, I sold before we had the good wick. I sold on this crazy wick right here. I'm like, okay, this thing should not be selling off up here. Then it breaks up like 2 days later. So if I'm the king of impatience, don't be the queen of impatience, Eli. But I am interested in this 3 times China ETF. I am kind of interested in that. 113% to recent highs. Let's see what StockShed has to say regarding maybe some options in that. Just playing devil's advocate here. Let's say China gets rolling again. Then the U.S. will probably get rolling again too. So let's go to the weekly. I think this is, oh yeah, it's been down. Oh no, that's it. How's there no volume? This is a freaking ETF. Oh, come on. You're killing me. This thing is just killing me. Seriously, no volume? Okay, now I'm just getting pissy. Ooh, Cisco's up 1%. That is a breakout. Finally, volume is good. My Cisco trade still probably has super good gains on it from here. Yep. That's pretty gangbusters right there. Was there like 3 people here? 6 people here? So Cisco price target for me was 56 on Cisco, and if it maintains that trend line, that's not too bad, and that's a pretty healthy gain for Cisco. That's really nice, Eli. I just threw that in StockShed. I had the 48. Yeah, I put that in there a while ago. We should do a little bit more work on StockShed, Eli, I think. Um, I guess I could do a little more work on it. Yeah, let me do the work on it. I need to work on some API stuff in Vue. So, um, Yeah, I really like Cisco right there. I don't know what I want to, if I want to get rid of anything to get into it, but I mean, Home Depot's kind of pissing me off. This whole thing's pissing me off. I'm closing it. I guess the question is, should I close out a position that is not behaving very well? Or should I close out a position that I have a good amount of profit in? Both. Should close out everything. So that's what the background of a white piece of paper looks like. And there's that Cheeto contest, and my kid thought this looked like a fish, so we entered this in a Cheeto contest and saved it on my desktop, which is why it's just sitting there. And you're still laggy. What the hell? All right, yeah, I'm going to close a bunch of stuff. Hold on, Srara. I'm stalking a even going to decrease my MJ position. There we go. It's a little more manageable. But I do like this damn Cisco trade. That's all I got to say about that. We'll watch this today. I'll enter at some point. I don't know exactly where. Fizz is up a little bit. FFIV, Home Depot down. Match. I'm just too digitally impatient. DHFL and TradingView. Yeah, let's take a peek at that. You shorted it from 609. So you're in this thing right now? You caught that move? That's gorgeous. Did you really catch that? That's fantastic. Oh, so you got $9 out of it? Why'd you only take $9, dude? It was dumping. It was literally dumping. Like on this 15-minute chart, there's no reason to get out of this thing. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Like even on the 1 minute here, there's no reason to sell this thing. I guess maybe you were looking at one of these bounces. Yeah, right here. So you shorted it from, okay, so you had it at 609. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I've seen these before. And remember what we talk about in terms of waiting for things to break highs? This is one of those that never breaks a high. And it just gets, this is called momentum. This is like the definition of momentum. Once you held through all this stuff, you have to keep holding. Um, I remember, now that you actually show me this chart, I remember I traded a few of these somewhat successfully. But unless they break any high, like this one right here, maybe you're like, maybe. But um, after that, you've got to get back in once it undercuts, like on this candle here, and we go higher, and you got to get back in once it, like, even if you got out here, you get back in, and then it just rolls over. I remember these. I mean, many, many, many years ago, but there were a lot of stocks that did this in the U.S. intraday, and this brings back a lot of memories. But yeah, you see the big break, and if you catch it and you're in it, you just kind of watch it go. Even if you miss it here, you can get in here as the volume accelerates, and then there's no reason to sell it, and then it just collapses. That is amazing. Wow. I don't know if I've been in a 50%er before, but um, I've been in some that were down 15, 20, 30%. I remember some of those. So you got out at 598. So did you get out here? So did you just short that drop? I don't mind that trade actually, if it pops up there. The 598 sell is pretty aggressive from a sell point. You really didn't have a, I guess there's a pretty big bottoming candle there. But either way, I think you should have watched this again and then maybe taken it for a second leg. So yeah, I don't know about a bottom if these are the types of things that are happening in your market right now. There's no bottom in place. You don't get too many moves. Like, I don't know much about this stock. I don't know much, but I know this looks horrible. Yeah. Well, that is amazing. That is just amazing. Man, that brings back memories. I will say. Garmin shoots to mind. I don't know if I actually traded that, but that's just what pops into my head. There's a few of those high flyers that just rolled right over and just died and never came back. That's crazy. XRP. All right, so mentioned yesterday, this is not done over here as it was topping. And look at that. Kind of flagged out. Um, why is this trend line looking like that? So that was the trend line. Now we have another trend line on XRP. Good morning, Brandon. This could maybe be a bigger pause. It still doesn't look really horrible though. All right, let's get back to stocks. Okay, Cisco 142. Yeah, I may have to restart my computer, Eli. Maybe it's just my memory. I doubt Ameritrade's API is running this slow for Thinkorswim. StockShed seem to be doing okay, so. Oh, there's yen. It finally loaded all the data on the weekly. Let's go look at that. So that's yen on the weekly. Oh, that's the Footsie Bowl? What? How is yen the Footsie Bowl? How is yen? Oh, this is Footsie China Bowl? The hell? SEHK. Hmm. Oh, ZZK, stay away from Tilroy today. Canopy and Aurora are way better buys. I placed the entry for 80 on Tilroy. Yeah, I'm looking, honestly, in terms of the MJ sector, I'm just looking just to play the MJ ETF. I think it's a pretty, it's going to be volatile enough, I think. So I think just playing this ETF we'll get you some pretty decent gains. Probably not going to, one of those things may run again like Tilroy, but it's probably going to be a little while. But there may be a general consensus of, they may start to accumulate one over the other over the other. And instead of hopping around, I'm just going to sit in MJ for a while. Look at that. Why? Maybe their API is just slow today. Ooh, a little bit of curling in BE, gentlemen. A little bit of curling in BE. Look at that. And they have options now. Probably going to be outrageous. Don't quite know where to price a target on BE, but oops. I do like that curling. Very beautiful. So what is the... Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the price objective would be here. Ah, you... I hate this program. This is such garbage. Like, I'll sit here and I'll set this. So maybe there's a measured move here. Maybe we could try to take a measured move. Let's do it maybe from there. 40, I guess. Probably not going to be anything worthwhile. Actually, well, that's November. I don't want to do November. It's only 56 days. Funko coming back a little bit. Cisco having a nice pullback. Match.com having a pretty good day for a day that broke below the 10-day, but it's just a 10-day break. I mean, it looks like it may be respecting a 21-day. I don't usually pull a 21, but there's a lot of guys that I do lately that have the heck? So let's apply that. Okay, so there's the 21-day moving average, and it's respecting the 21-day. The 21 can also be a 10 is a very good indicator of extremely strong recent trend, but 21 days can be we're going back to WLL. Let's take a look. This is an oil play, up 3% today as we wait for 45 minutes for the chart to load. Maybe it'll load by the time you guys hear my message about the chart loading 20 seconds later. Oh, there we go. Oh, we definitely have a bigger pattern in WLL here. We had this trend line. Looks like that didn't really break with a lot of gusto. So we can form that trend line. And it looks like we actually have a channel. And I got to go here, guys. Looks like we got a channel there, Eli. I'm not sure about the accumulation. I mean, I did notice this over here. I mean, I was trading WLL, anticipated a breakout, till it kind of put a weird diamond top in. And then I closed my position. And now it's gone sideways. Hasn't really broken down at all. A few red candles here, but those are bottoming candles. I'm not even too mad at those. Maybe it can get going here in the future. Whoops. Funko, Twilio, UVE, Cisco. Yeah, the channel there before was cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go before I throw a nuclear bomb at my computer for taking 12 seconds to load. That's just unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. But I do got to go for the day, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, no, today's Friday, so I'll see you guys Monday. And then Monday, I think we're going to go through the IBD 50. Eli, we'll do our thing on Monday. There's no use in doing it today with the close coming up. The IBD 50 gets reloaded over the weekend, so that'll be good. We'll have an opportunity to go through everything then. So I'll try to be here at 6. Eli, can you try to be here at 6 too? That'll give us a lot more time. And maybe we'll live shoot our call or something. We'll talk. We'll try to talk Sunday, but I've kind of been taking Sundays off lately. Can't do money? Well, then send me your money if you can't do money. Send it my way. I'll babysit it for you. All right, we'll talk. All right, guys. I'll see you later.